Good morning, friends. So it's Abby again coming at you. If you're out on the Pacific time zone, it's just after 8 in the morning here, and so I'm actually on my porch because my kiddos are still asleep and I don't have an office or anything, so I don't want to wake them up. But I want to talk to you guys about compensation, because I know that when I was starting, other than concerned about my time, the biggest questions that I had really had to do with money. And I probably would have felt bad admitting it, but knowing what the potential is, how much am I going to spend, all that kind of stuff I think is really important to understand. And so I want to break it down for you right now and go into okay, how much does it cost to start up? How much am I going to be paying a month? How much potential is there? And so I will say first and foremost, there is no guarantee of success. With Beachbody, there's that statement that we also have to say on everything, it's always due to your hard work, diligence, and skill. But I will tell you, when I was looking at this business, I had my husband, before I signed up, look over everything. He is a finance guy. And so he read through all of the fine print, because I was like, you hear people say, is it a pyramid scheme? And he was like, no, this is an amazing opportunity. He's like, the cool thing with this compared to the corporate job that you have is that there is no earning cap. The sky is the limit on what you can earn. And so I went all in. And it is not a pyramid scheme. If someone's telling you that, that is illegal. There is nothing like that. Beachbody is a Better Business Bureau rated company. It's not any of that. And if you look at how it was started and why it was started, you'll look back to seeing it's all about support and help. So as a coach, the really cool thing is you are not required to carry inventory. You're not required to meet sales quotas. There's nothing that you sign up for and are committed to. If anything, you just get the discount at the end of the day. So when you sign up as a coach, you are basically opening your own business. And if any of you are entrepreneurs or know people who have opened their own business, you will know it's really expensive. You're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars and take out loans, and it is insane. For Beachbody, you will pay the cost of your product and program. So for a lot of you guys, if you've been previous customers in a challenge group, that could just be $40 that you actually get reimbursed. If you are brand new to Beachbody, it's just getting, again, your own product, which ranges about, it's typically around $160, and that's it. Which is a crazy investment, because like I just said, you're going to spend thousands of dollars elsewhere doing that, and all you walk away with is what you need to get healthy. So that, number one, is really darn cool. So that's all you spend for you. Then you have, like I said, you have your business, and there's no monthly quotas. There is a $15 a month, actually I think it's $16, coach fee that basically covers all of your tech support, 24/7 work with coach relations, all of your websites, bulk email for your customers. We have an amazing back office where you can open up everything and see reports. There's training, there's product toolkits. So it is a phenomenal resource. And then as a coach, you get 25% off any order. So there's different types of coaches, and I'm going to talk about this for a second here. There are coaches, and we have all three of them on our team, and there's no right or wrong. There's discount coaches who kind of view it more like a Costco membership, where you are just getting that 25% discount. And even with that $16 coach fee, you actually still save about $30 a month if you're getting Shakeology or other products regularly. So that is a really cool option. And if you're someone who's like, I love Beachbody products, or I know someone who does, the discount coach, it's like a preferred customer basically. You're never locked into anything as a coach. You can cancel your account at any time, so you're not under contract or anything like that. So there's that option. Then there would be what is called the hobby coach, or the side hustle coach, and this would be someone who maybe you work full-time, or maybe you don't really want to build a business, but you love the products and you like sharing about it occasionally, and maybe your mom or your sister or your best friend, wants to jump in with you, and you're going to kind of share about it on the side, but you don't necessarily want to run your own groups. You're not viewing this as a business that's going to change your life, kind of a thing. So again, totally fine. You just get to kind of just ease into our team. You don't have to run your own groups. You can plug people into what your upline is doing. Those coaches typically are going to make about, I would say it's on average about $2,000 a year, kind of like the equivalent of a really good tax return, which is awesome because we always get excited about tax returns. And then there is the business builder coaches, and these are the coaches who were like I was, where I was actually working full-time when I signed up, but I had this vision of this is going to blow it out of the water for my family. And these are the coaches who really take advantage of all that the compensation plan has to offer. So to break it down for you guys, We get a 25% commission on almost everything we make. There's a couple products that we'll get a 48% commission on. We get paid weekly. So every Thursday we get a check dropped into our bank account, which is awesome. So we get commissions from customers. Beachbody also gives bonuses, which is really, really awesome too. And then there's lots of fun perks and trips. So there's a 25% commission. And then as you start to build this business and as you start to share about the opportunity, as your team starts to grow, you get rewarded for your coaches succeeding. This is not you pulling money from their account. That's illegal, but it's really cool because as you are successful and your team is successful, Beachbody starts rewarding you with things called like the fast start bonus or team cycle bonus. And this is really where the residual income comes, where it's really powerful, where you actually are going to make an income even if you did not sell anything that week, which is pretty cool. And that takes, a little bit to get going. But if you stick it out, and I think this is the biggest thing that happens with people is they will not stick it out long enough to see the potential happen. This is not a get rich quick scheme. And what I love about Beachbody is that, and I think probably what frustrates some people about it, and if you guys have questions on this, please just drop them below. I'm really an open book about everything. But we don't lead with like the quickest get rich option for our coaches. Like you put in the work, and then once your team starts growing and once corporate is like, man, she is crushing her business, that is when kind of the floodgates open in terms of your income. So for instance, this last summer when I was pregnant with my daughter, I knew I didn't want to go back to work, and I knew I like hustled harder than I'd ever hustled. I poured into my team. And again, when I'm talking like I worked these long hours, it was maybe 2 hours a day. It wasn't like I was working 8 hours a day on top of my corporate job, but I was very intentional, and I literally doubled my coaching income in that period of time due to some really strategic things that we teach you of how to be a leader and how to grow. So there's an insane opportunity. I was able to match my corporate salary in 2.5 years of coaching. And this again is working in like little 20-minute pockets of my day. So when we talk about there being a very real opportunity, I will say I have probably been on the slower earner end even of people who want to build this business. So there are people who have been in this business for 3 years who are $1 million earners. It's just crazy. There is no cap, and it's really up to you and what you put into it. So if you want this business to grow out of the water, you can blow it up. If you're someone who's slow and steady, that's fine too. So there is lots and lots and lots of potential. When I very first got paid, my very first paycheck was $50. It was 2 weeks into coaching, and I was thrilled. I'm like, hey, that covered gas. Like, that's awesome, because our budget was really tight. We didn't have a lot of extra spending room. So our goal for you guys as new coaches when you sign up is that you initially would make back that first challenge pack sale, your cost of signing up in your first month. And then my goal for my coaches, and I know this is for everybody else on this team, is that you would continue that, because we have some really like break it down for you ways of understanding this, that in your first 3 months you would make $1,000. And I know, like, just stop and think about what $1,000 could do for your family, right? Like, what would that look like for you between now and Christmas to have that extra cash? And so that is our goal as mentors for you. We are not your bosses. We are your business mentors to help teach you the behaviors that you need to do in order to maximize the compensation plan that there is. So we really focus on, yes, products, but we're not going to be salesy, pushy people. We focus on developing people. So when you have a sale, you get paid for it, but then you're going to pour into that person in your group, and they're going to fall in love with the product and the program, and they're going to get amazing results and start telling their friends, and then they're going to join your team, and then everyone's going to grow together and be happy. And when you link arms together, that's where the magic really happens. Health and fitness is going nowhere. There is a massive health and wellness problem all over. We are in the US, the UK, and Canada, and we're expanding. And the really cool thing with Beachbody is they're constantly innovating. So it used to be DVDs, and now we have On Demand, which is like the Netflix of fitness and so unique. We have Daily Sunshine. They came out with a pediatrician formula for kids. The Performance line, which is the actual sponsor of the Ironman Triathlon for their products. Like, they are on the cutting edge of research and health and wellness, so you're going to be partnering with a company who has done all of the work for you. People know what Beachbody is. They've seen the infomercials, they've heard about P90X, so it's not like you're starting your own business and you really have to get the word out there. You're partnering with this billion-dollar company who's going to reward you in some really amazing ways, and so you get to add your flavor in. So as a coach, what you bring to the table is you. You bring yourself, your story, your passions, and you're partnering with this amazing platform, but you don't have to come up with the workouts or the nutrition or anything like that. You just get to be people's biggest cheerleader, which I personally really love. So a year in, or 2 years in, I matched my full-time salary. And again, this was the strategic work in these little pockets of my day. And now it's grown from there, which has been really cool. In addition to the team cycle bonuses and your commissions and all of that, there are also incentives and prizes. And these are really fun. If you're kind of competitive or you were that person in college who would do anything for a free t-shirt, this is probably right up your alley. So we get monthly or quarterly prizes basically for helping people, for doing our job, and they send us fun swag, cute shirts and hats, duffel bags, all sorts of really just fun prizes that we can use in our business, samples of things coming out. You can earn, if you help 3 people a month for an entire year, you earn a free all-inclusive trip for your family. So we are signed up to go. I'm taking my family to the Bahamas on a cruise this next spring. The last couple trips have been to the Dominican Republic and to Mexico. They've done Disney World. So you have the opportunity, just again, for doing your job, helping 3 people a month, you get to actually take your family on those trips, which is really, really special. And then they have our summit, which is our big like annual gathering. It's in Indianapolis this year, and it's so much fun, and you get to work out live with the celebrity trainers and go to all these workshops. And it, like, for even big introvert here from a small town, I loved it. It was a blast. Then there's also trips that you can earn as your business starts to grow. Beachbody really pours into you as an emerging leader. So I earned a free trip this last year. In January, I took my little 6-month-old with me, and we went down to LA, stayed at this beautiful hotel, and we were poured into just as emerging leaders from corporate. And you get to your hotel room, and they have this like whole bag of like swag and all sorts of fun prizes, and you feel so special. And they really just pour into you, not as like, here's how to sell this product, but hey, here's how to develop your team, and here's how to grow yourself, and really tangible things that you can apply. I had my biggest promotions in my career after becoming a coach, and I knew it was directly related to that. So aside from just the income opportunity, which there is a huge one, there's also all these other things that are really fun and will pour into you and just be a huge benefit to you. So it's worth understanding, it's worth looking into and kind of seeing all the opportunities that there are, but know that you're partnering with this amazing company. Know that this is not a pyramid scheme. People who say that, again, are totally uninformed. This is something that when you put in the work and the time and you're bold in sharing it, that you're gonna reap huge benefits from. So I hope this was helpful. If you have questions on this at all, and literally I am an open book about anything, please just comment below and I'll make sure that we can get that all covered for you. But basically, to break it down again, it's commissions, it is those bonuses as your team starts to grow, and so that's why it's important for you to be bold in sharing about the opportunity. It's all those other things, and you guys are going to rock this business. So like I said yesterday, the biggest regret I have is not starting sooner. And if you trust the process, if you trust your upline coach, if you trust our training and do what we tell you to do with consistency, you will have that same success. My goal for my team is that when anybody signs up with me, that they are more successful earlier than I was. I want them to hit the ground running. And so again, if you trust that, it's going to happen for you too. Have a great day. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on our team.